One of the biggest fears that lawyers can have when opening their own law firm is, where will my clients come from? When I first opened my solo law firm, I had no big marketing budget and no guarantee that it would work. But within my first year, I not only got my first 10 clients right away, in my first year, I exceeded the income I was earning when I was working for someone else. I'm Darcel Lobo, a solo law firm owner that teaches you how to start and grow your law firm. Let's get into the strategies that will bring in your first 10 clients into your law firm as quickly as possible. First, we need to start with your existing network, the people that you already know. You need to tell everyone that you know that you're going solo before you've even gone solo. So sit down and make a list of everyone that you know. Go through the contacts in your phone, in your email list, and see who you should be reaching out to. This can be former colleagues, it can be friends, family, parents at your kid's school, community connections, other lawyers. You need to be announcing this to everyone that you're going out on your own. And you need to tell people exactly what kind of client you can help, what problems you solve. And don't be afraid to ask for referrals. So you might say something like, if you're an estate planning attorney, like, I just opened my own estate planning practice. If you know any families with minor kids who need a will or a trust, I'd really appreciate an introduction. You need to be very clear on who it is that you're helping and what problem you're solving. So yes, if you're doing estate planning, you can just say that, or you can say that you do wills and trusts, but adding on that you're helping families with minor children, or that you're helping clients who are facing retirement. Something specific to help sink in kind of who you are helping and who a good referral would be for you and your firm. So the lesson from this first point is that your current network is usually the fastest path to getting you your first clients. There's people that you already know that you need to reach out to. So let's keep that in mind, but reaching out to your current network isn't going to be quite enough. Let's get into the second strategy. Strategy number 2 is where you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit, and you're going to build relationships with new referral sources, new strategic partnerships and relationships. So let's give some examples. If you do estate planning like I do, this would be financial advisors, CPAs, real estate agents, insurance professionals. You're looking for people who come in contact with your potential client. Who is your client going to when they have those issues? Who are they talking to? Who could be a good referral source, not just for you, but also for you to give for your clients, right? If you're doing estate planning and your client needs a financial planner, needs a tax preparer, you want to have people that you can refer them to, right? And so it works both ways. Now, let's not talk about just estate planning. Let's go into maybe bankruptcy. If you do bankruptcy, this could be mortgage lenders, right? This could be family law attorneys. There's going to be a lot of crossover there, especially after a divorce, right? Maybe credit repair professionals. Think of other professionals who your potential client is coming into contact with, who they're talking to. That could be a referral source for you. And again, vice versa, where you can provide referrals as well. Maybe you do, let's take family law, right? Maybe you want to do family law in your practice. We're talking about therapists. We're talking about marriage counselors. Again, financial advisors could be a good one. Also, real estate agents, right? If there's going to be a pending divorce and a house needs to be sold, they're talking to a real estate agent, right? So think of other professionals where there's a lot of opportunity for cross referrals for both you and your firm and for that professional as well. And you're going to have to do some outreach, right? And this is going to be where it's a little uncomfortable. I shared with you that I'm introverted. My Myers-Briggs is an ISTJ, right? But we need this for your business. And if you want your business to succeed, you're going to have to do some things that are a little bit uncomfortable, that kind of push you outside of your comfort zone. So you're reaching out for coffee meetings, doing introductions through mutual connections that you may have with somebody else, local networking events, your local chamber of commerce, your local Rotary, right? Bar association events, especially there's other attorneys who come into contact with your ideal client. And when you're doing this, don't come from the position of, I just need to get referrals. Of course, you know that you need to, but that's not the outward approach you're going to make. You're going to want to learn about what they do and their clients, understanding how you can help them and providing value first. I can tell you, even now, I give so many referrals in my law firm. I think daily, I would say. Me and my team are giving referrals to other lawyers, other professionals, right? That either if I can't help them or they need other services that I don't provide, right? Or maybe I'm not a good fit. I give out so much business, and I have done so my whole career. I've been intentional about that. And I know that that has come back to me so many times over, right? By giving the business to other referral sources. And so you want to make sure that you're coming from that approach of you want to give in order to give value to the referral partner, but also to give value for your clients, right? Being able to direct them to someone that can help them with an issue that they're having, even if you can't help. Your clients are going to be so appreciative that you're able to act as that kind of that source or hub for them to point them in the right direction. Okay, so we've gotten through our first 2 tips on how to get your first 10 clients in your door in the solo law firm. But you also want to make sure that aside from getting your first 10 clients in the door, that you're not making mistakes that a lot of law firm owners can make. So make sure you grab your free guide on the 7 mistakes law firm owners must avoid. I've linked it for you below. So let's make sure you get that. And then let's get on to tip number 3. Next, we're going to focus on visibility and authority, because people hire lawyers that they think are knowledgeable, but also trustworthy. And especially if you have a consumer facing practice, right? They want to hire someone that they actually want to talk to. So how do you do that? How do you establish that with them? You need to focus on positioning yourself where they are. Whatever your practice area is, your clients are out there and they need you. They're looking for you. We need to get you in front of them. And so you're going to do this by creating educational content. This can be community presentations. Again, your local Rotary or Chamber of Commerce, you can do presentations for. You can do workshops. You can establish your presence online, right? If you want to do any kind of social media, a blog on your website, informational guides, videos on YouTube, videos on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever your client is, right? Again, the clients are out there. We just need to get you in front of them and for them to see that you can help them solve that problem. And so the way that I did this in my law firm is that I wrote for my law firm's blog bi-weekly. I still do. It's been 10 years of writing blogs bi-weekly. So 2 blogs a month, answering various questions on my practice area. Also, speaking to community groups, I spoke at churches, at retirement homes, at my Chamber of Commerce, talking about different practice areas that would apply to that audience, posting educational content besides this YouTube channel for talking about running a law firm. Separately, my law firm has its own YouTube channel where I'm talking about different FAQs in my practice area. Also, a little bit of social media. That's not my priority in my practice, but it could be Facebook, it could be LinkedIn, it could be Instagram for you based on where your clients are. And so you need to do some research there to figure out where are they. The one thing to keep in mind that I tell my law firm owners all the time is that YouTube is great because it's such a robust search engine. When someone is searching up revocable living trust in Washington State, a lot of times my videos come up organically on Google results on the first page, right? Because Google owns YouTube. And so I know a lot of my lawyers shy away from doing video. I get it. So do what you can do, but also know you're going to have to push yourself a little bit outside of your comfort zone if you want the growth that you are looking for in your law firm. You need to make it easy for people to find you. And you want them to get to know you before they've ever even met you. You need to build that authority and that trust, because trust then converts into paying clients. So in getting your first 10 clients when you're launching your own law firm, these are the 3 things that you're going to focus on. Start with your current network, build new referral relationships, and create visibility and authority so people get to know, like, and trust you. Now, the truth is, getting your first 10 clients can seem a little bit, overwhelming, a little daunting. But once you've gotten those clients in the door, the momentum just starts to build and it grows from there. So I've shown you how to get your first 10 clients when you open your law firm. But maybe you've been on the fence about even launching your law firm in the first place, and you might be having some doubts. I get it. I was there. So make sure you watch this next video on the 10 obstacles stopping lawyers from opening a solo law firm so we can get you past that and get your law firm open.